3 consecutive home games. Y'all have already dropped a few points at home. How important is it to get off to a good start against NYCFC and try to turn this around?
Yeah, it's important. Um, yeah, 3 home games in a row. We want to get all 9, so we're just going to take one by one. But New York is a good team, but I feel like if we play how we can play, I think we should get the 3 points.
Y'all have had international players coming in and out of training this week. Does that affect rhythms or anything like that?
Not for me personally. Maybe for the lads coming back. Might be a bit tired from the planes or whatever, but we had a lighter day today, so I know tomorrow we're going to go back to the usual schedule and then get ready for New York. And yeah, we're excited to play at home again and get 3 points.
Conceding 8 goals in the last 5 games, is it something that the defense needs to work on? What do you think it has to happen in order to stop conceding that many goals?
It is too many goals. It's more of a team thing. It's not just the defenders. We've been doing pretty well, to be honest with you. The last 2 goals, the free kick one, Evander, it's just a luck goal. The second goal for Miami, it's a luck goal. And the goals, they're not breaking us down. When we're in our shape, we're fine, we're solid. They're not getting chances. It's when we give that ball turnovers. The first goal against Miami, sloppy. The first goal for Cincinnati, throw in, we lose it within 30 yards of our goal. So it's just correcting those mistakes. I feel like when we're in our shape, we're pretty solid, and I think the stats say that we concede very few chances. I think as the game goes on, it's something we need to look into a lot more. It's just why are we conceding a few more chances? So that's something that we're conscious of, and we're trying to put that right.
New York City, what do you think about the offense? They have Alonso, Maxi Morales at top. Is something that you guys looking into?
Yeah, good players. Every team in this league, their front 3 or 4 are always the best players in the team, so have to be switched on. I know the gaffer knows a lot about them, and we did some clips today, so it's a challenge, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and I'm just looking forward to trying to keep this clean sheet and just making the Bends more of a fortress. And yeah, hopefully we can get some luck going our way and get that clean sheet.
The manager's spoken a lot about taking the good phases of play, whether it's 30, 45 minutes, and extending that into the whole game. Have you noticed in some of these second halves adjustments that teams are making? Sometimes it appears, just from when I'm watching the games, like they're sending more pressure up to try to press and harass you guys at the back. Have you noticed any of that? And is it a tactical issue, or is it kind of, Ronnie's talked a lot about the mindset of the players and just kind of keeping your heads?
It's more mindset, because every first half we've had now, we dominated the games, and it's obvious the team are going to change at halftime. No manager, the way we're dominating games in the first half, the managers are going to make changes, so we have to be aware of those changes and just adapt during the game. I think against Cincinnati we did well. Got the goal early in the second half, and then the game kind of flipped a bit. They got that lucky goal from the free kick, and then the momentum swung. But I think it's definitely a mindset. But yeah, it's just we have to start the second half quick, and the main thing for me is when we do have a bad spell, we have to make sure we don't concede. Just make sure that we realise, right, we're not keeping the ball as well as we should. So let's get tight, let's get compact, and make it hard for the team. Maybe just spin them behind them, make them run towards their goal a bit. A team that comes to mind is Charlotte. They're quite good at it. When they're up against it, they kind of just spin the ball in behind and say, right, go chase that for a bit. So yeah, teams are definitely going to make changes, especially how the good first halves we have.
Derrick, what have you made of Will O'Reilly so far? I think he had 8 interceptions in the last match.
Yeah, I was really pleased for him. I said to him after the game, I thought he was excellent to come in and did what the performance he did. But it's just a start now. He needs to do that every day in training, which he does work hard. He has a good level head, so hopefully it's just a start for him. But yeah, it's good. Competition is good for everyone. So like keeping Jay on his toes, it's keeping Clicky, Bart, everyone on their toes. So yeah, happy for him. But now it's just a start. He needs to do it on consistent.
When you lose momentum in a game like that, how do you go about getting back on track with that, and then also not letting it weigh you down for the rest of the match?
Yeah, it's just it's coming together as a team and noticing, right, being a bit sloppy here. Let's make sure we stay tight. If we have to maybe drop in a low block and just soak up some pressure and like spin in behind, slow the game down, especially if we're playing from home and their fans are loud and it's kind of giving them momentum. Try to drown the noise out of the stadium, so it's slowing it down, walking the throw-ins. But then there's also another side of it is keeping the ball better. It's having that extra pass, so they're running extra. So there's so many different ways. It's just we need to do it in the game. We need to have a look around at each other and say, right, let's try this for a few minutes. Let's try this. And we did it at Cincy, but now we just need to continue doing it.
In terms of bringing the group together, you talked about kind of a lighter session today, but a lot of games, a lot of competition. How important is that stuff?
It's massive. Competition is why we play. It's why I play. You just live for that. Just that competitor. It's just you want to win every game. Sometimes you can do it as like a joking way, but deep down I want to win. So I think it's good for everyone, especially the small sided games. He brings in a lot because it gets heated. Because if I always say, like, if you're not going to do it here in this small sided game, you're not going to do it in the match. So you need to train as you play. So they're intense, and that's something really Ronnie brought in this season is having that competitive edge and wanted to win every game, not concede those goals. So they're fun, but they're not fun when you're losing, and they get heated.
You talked about keeping the ball as well. How important is it for the way that this team wants to get forward to build up cleanly out of the back?
Yeah, it's important. It's funny because there's so many different ways of doing it, but the way the manager wants, he wants the players to be disciplined. So that's staying in your position. So when someone turns with the ball, they already know where they are. So I think we're definitely getting that. You can ask most of us here now, when Clicky gets the ball, I know where everyone's going to be now. And I think everyone's getting on that wavelength, which is massive. Because the best teams I've seen, everyone knows each other's jobs. So I think that's definitely getting in, coming to fruition, and just seeing more of it. Because I know the more you do of it, the more reps, the better it looks. I think at the start of the season, we understood it, but sometimes you think, oh, let me just go 4 or 5 yards here, but then you don't realize, right, my player doesn't know where I am now. So just small details, and we're just doing it rep by rep, and I think we're getting a lot better.
These Thursday competitive days that we've seen the past few weeks, is there a running total of which teams are winning? What do you get if you win?
There was a full-on leaderboard, each player what you have. We haven't done like a forfeit yet, but I might bring that in. I think that's a good idea. Just loser had to wear like a yellow bib just to show that you're the loser. So no, I actually like the idea. I might say it.
And are
just
the
to bring
teams the same each week, or do they
No.
get changed up?
change every week.
Okay.
So
All right.
if you win a game, you get 3 points.
Okay.
So they tally it up, whoever has the most points.
So who's on top right now?
I'm not sure. I need to look.
It's not you then.
I'm up there. I'm definitely up there. But nah, it's good. I think it's always better when there's a leaderboard, because you do not want to be at that bottom, because the pride comes into it, and the pride of being at the top and just getting the shit talk and just all that kind of stuff. So
You can have a pro rel kind of a thing going on.
relegated down to
Breaks
the
the
twos.
twos play.
Yeah. Good.
Thanks, Derek.
Thanks, Derek. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.